with some mutual friends. He had come across me on Facebook. At first, I was like, who is this guy that's Facebook messaging me? After a couple messages back and forth, a couple days, I was like, okay, maybe I'll give him my phone number. So we met at the Elkhart River Walk for the first time together and went on a walk. I remember it because I was so nervous. I knew he just made me feel like crazy butterflies. Eventually was like, you know, we can just sit here and watch the water and just hang out. You don't have to keep talking. And I was like, okay, I'll shut up now.
Me and Lindsey met through mutual friends. Our first date was we went to the Riverwalk in Elkhart. That was our first unofficial date, but our first date to dinner was seen in Mishawaka to get some sushi. I proposed to Lindsey at our house. We were doing chores, cleaning the house, and I told her to come into the back bedroom and about the questionnaire. 5 years from now, I would say starting a family. That's kind of where I see it going, and from there, who knows?
Our ushers today with the Flower Girls, Giuseppe Caradu, Chad Villanat, with their Flower Girls, Nia, Nora, and Aubrey. Make some noise for them. Nick Lavore with Catherine McCullough and Madison Shake. Tony Rodino escorting Mariella Caradu. Vincent Rodino, escorting Graziella Siciliano. Make some noise for him. Joey Mortorano, escorting Carmelina Siciliano. Best man, Domenico Siciliano, escorting a maid of honor, Hannah James. And helping and welcoming the new Mr. and Mrs. Vincenzo Siciliano. Make some noise for him.
Ciao and welcome everybody to the special occasion of my beautiful daughter Lindsay and her new handsome, my son-in-law Vincenzo Siciliano. I was so proud to walk my brown-eyed girl down the aisle. I sure was. I know I wasn't around too much when you kids were growing up because I was out running around making a living. But I always came home on Thursday nights with buca di pepo, spaghetti, a big order. You order one order and you get a pound of macaroni. But the one thing that really got me well was when Vincenzo calls Donna and I up on the phone. He says, "You guys going to be home?" And we said, "Yeah." He says, "I'd like to come over and talk to you." And, okay, Donna, what do you think it is? Well, I don't know. Weren't sure what it was. Well, anyway, he comes over. We're sitting at the kitchen table. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sitting at the kitchen table. And Vincenzo says, "Well, Lindsay and I have been dating each other for a couple years now. And I think I want to ask her to marry me. And I'm coming over to get your approval." Now that hit it off with me right there. I mean, that is a gentleman big time. But anyway, Donna's all over it. She's all over it. And then he looks over at me and I'm kind of like, well, I don't know. It was a great, I was so happy. And I'm so happy for you guys, and I love you both. Now, we got to have a toast to this. Vince and Lindsay. Salute.
I'm going to try not to cry through this whole thing. Keep it short and sweet. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Lindsay's cousin and maid of honor, Hannah. So Lindsay and I grew up fairly close and have remained so throughout the past 20-something years. We both don't have any sisters, so she is the closest thing that I have to one. I could stand up here for hours and tell you so many funny stories or childhood memories that we have. Although most are probably not appropriate. I'll go ahead and skip over those. But on a serious note, I cannot say enough wonderful things about Lindsay. She is truly the most genuine person I know, and so kind-hearted. She has been such an influence on me, as well as my role model. And I may not always show it, but I want you to know how much I love you, Lindsay. And I appreciate everything that you do for me. And you deserve absolutely nothing but the best, which leads me to talk about Vincenzo. I remember when Lindsay and Vince first met and how giddy Lindsay was, and still is, of course. She was so happy and excited about this good-looking Italian man that she had been dating. And I'm not going to lie, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't excited when I found out that Vince's parents owned Columbo's. I love pizza. After spending time with the Sicilianos, Lindsay is so fortunate to be gaining such a loving, tight-knit family, and especially gaining 3 amazing sisters that she has never had. Your family has truly welcomed Lindsay with open arms, and I greatly appreciate that. Lindsay deserves so much happiness, and I have seen that the past few years. The chemistry and connection that you both have is one of a kind. This is just the beginning, and I cannot wait to see what life brings for you both. So on that note, please raise your glasses. Let's toast to Lindsay and Vincenzo. I love you both so much. Cheers.
I have quite a few note cards, but I swear it's not that long. But on behalf of all my family, I'm sorry. I can see. I told you. I can't even see. I told you. On behalf of all of my family, Lindsay, I'd like to walk you to the Siciliano family. And thank you for everyone for being here, for celebrating this special day for my brother. I cannot believe it's my brother's wedding day. And not because I didn't think it would happen, but because it literally seems like yesterday that Vincenzo was dressed head to toe in a sleeping bag, letting me kick him around the living room like I was Walker, Texas Ranger. I swear that was so fun. If I had enough room here, I would ask someone if they had a sleeping bag. But of course, it's his wedding day. I can't kick him around the dance floor. Even though I'm his little sister, I have always been just as protective of Vincenzo as he has been of me. I can and will always be there for his defense. And I feel that is because on the times I needed him the most, he's always one of the first ones who is there to help me. He's guided me. He's cried with me. He's given me advice. He's even told me when I'm wrong, of course. But he's even sat there in silence just to make sure I'm okay. I would have to put my 20 note cards down, sorry. Except, of course, when I was younger, he wouldn't let me get out of a contract he wrote on a guest check. Okay? He said that every time he said the word stat, I had to go get him a drink in order to get one piece of bubble gum. I signed it, but it taught me a life lesson. Those were good times. We lost it, or else he'd probably say stat, and I'd have to go. To some, Vincenzo may have a harder outer shell, but let me tell you, he's filled with compassion. He's smart and funny and ambitious, and besides our father, he's the hardest working man I've ever known. I've always looked up to him, and no matter what he tells me or anything, I've always considered him my best friend. Slide. Lindsay has certainly heightened all of these qualities, though. When I first met her, I couldn't help but hug her. She was bubbly and welcoming, and she was funny and very friendly. She had this glow about her, and I knew it was because of my brother. I thought it was so sweet when they first started dating. She would go and hang out with my parents, even when he was at work. They truly balance each other out in the best of ways. A big one being, of course, that Vincenzo found out that he can consider mowing the lawn together as a date night activity. At the same time, different tractors. But seriously, you both took a house and made it a home together. Lindsay, you have never tried to change anything about my brother and make him something that he's not. What he lacks, you make up for. You've understood the importance of family. You take care of him. And just know, Lindsay, that he will always take care of you and the family that you hope to have one day. The protection I've always felt, I know you feel that. And I know And I know how much he loves you and how much the smiles that you bring to his face. Smiles. Sorry. I read that wrong. But let's be real. I knew he was going to marry Lindsay when I found out there was a dog bath in their house. I knew it. I said, okay. I'm so thankful to have a sister-in-law who has also become such a good friend to me, though. I love and appreciate you so very much. I hope you know that. Slide. If you do anything tonight, please take a moment together alone and take this day in. It's your day, filled with love and a bright future ahead. Remember to never stop listening to each other, and don't ever stop being the amazing team you are, even on the hardest of days. Vincenzo, thank you for being the best brother, son, uncle, and now husband anyone could have. I love you so very, very much. So please, everyone raise your glass to Mr. and Mrs. Siciliano!
I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. Well, I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. Well, I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Well, darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When you said you looked a mess, I whispered underneath my breath, but you heard it. Darling, you look perfect tonight.
Sei la mia donna, la forza delle onde del mare. Cogli i miei sogni, i miei segreti, molto di più. Spero che un giorno l'amore che ci ha accompagnato diventi casa, la mia famiglia diventi noi. E siamo sempre bambini, ma nulla impossibile stavolta
Big congratulations to these two. I'd like to
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came down in the hollow, playing a new game, laughing and a running, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with our hearts that thumping and you, a brown-eyed girl. So slow, going down the old man with a transistor radio, standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall, slipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, a brown-eyed girl. Sing just like that. So hard to find my way. Just the other day, my, you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I'm overcome thinking about it, laughing and running, hey, hey, behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. You, my brown-eyed girl. We used to sing sha la 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 sha la 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 la.
Here for our father of the bride, Eddie Rodino. Big congratulations and thanks to him today as well.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I never knew. And I think to myself, what What a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Big thanks and congratulations to the mother of the groom. All right, folks.